Four-day school weeks are gaining popularity in Missouri, including locally in Seneca. I'm Bronte Sorotsky with how the schedule change has not only benefited students, but is also aiding in teacher recruitment.
Plus, plans for a new hospital in Bourbon County facing some uncertainty, and how the city of Miami responds to a dip in sales tax revenue.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
4-day school weeks are gaining popularity in Missouri to aid with teacher recruitment. This is a late edition of KOAM News at 10. According to the Springfield News Leader, at least 9 school districts are looking to switch to the 4-day plan this fall. This school year, the Seneca School District has allowed students to attend school Tuesday through Friday. KOAM's Bronte Sorotsky spoke with the district on how students feel about the schedule change and how it's aided in teacher recruitment.
On Mondays, the halls of Seneca High School will be empty, and students like Jory Todd will most likely be at home.
On Mondays, I can sleep in like an extra 10 minutes, and then I go out and feed all the animals and everything.
It's due to Seneca joining 25% of Missouri schools switching to a 4-day school week. Todd says the change in schedule has given her more time to enjoy her weekend and to pursue the activities she loves.
For one, it does give my brain a brain break, so you're not doing school the whole time.
Cameron Fox, a junior at Seneca High School, says the extra day has helped her earn extra cash.
You get an extra day, and then mine is mainly from work. Like most of them come in like right after school, and with me I can like have more of a break before I go into work and then get more hours, obviously.
Students say the extra day gives them more time for schoolwork and to pursue other interests. And administrators say it helps them out too.
Just coming into this school year, after we announced the 4-day school week, our applications were greatly increased, and our principals had said that they felt like they had a deeper candidate pool to choose from.
Seneca's superintendent says it's all to give students the resources they need.
And that's teachers, that's custodians, that's cooks, that's secretaries, that's principals, and that's the best resource. I mean, we've got a lot of technology right now, but that's not the best resource to help kids learn. It's having great people in the building around them.
And with 30 extra minutes being added to the school day, students are actually in school more than when they followed a 5-day school week. In Seneca, Bronte Sorotsky, KOAM News.
Seneca's superintendent says another benefit of the 4-day week has been using some Mondays to make up for snow days. Bourbon County, Kansas was supposed to be getting a new hospital, but now that may not happen. At the end of January, county officials announced that Noble Health would be taking over the old Mercy Hospital, Fort Scott, that closed in 2018. Well, today, county commissioners held a meeting to say Noble is awaiting results of a study on the building before making a decision on whether to buy it. The Federal CARES Act provided $2 million to the county. Half of that paid for the study. Noble is seeking the other $1 million if the company decides to go forward with the project. Next Tuesday, commissioners will hold another meeting to discuss the study. Officials with Noble are expected to attend that meeting. Pittsburg Fire Department unveiled their new fire truck. They hosted a push-in ceremony, a tradition they say dates back to the 1800s. The new Rescue 7 fire truck will be housed at Pittsburgh's Fire Station Number 1. Fire Chief Dennis Riley says they plan to hold a push-in ceremony for every new vehicle the department gets. The city of Miami, Oklahoma today laid out the state of their community. It was an event where city and community leaders could discuss projects in the city, both current and future. One topic, sales tax. Officials say sales tax revenue this month fell compared to last year. Revenue in the city had been going up every month, so this drop has the attention of city leaders.
Obviously, you're going to be careful, and we're going to be very fiscally responsible on how we interpret the data going forward as we watch carefully, like everyone, to see where the economy is going to go. We've had a lot of positive experience over the last 2 years, but we want to be careful and watch and see, is it going to maintain? Are we going to continue seeing growth? Are we going to level out? Or are we going to go down?
I'm trying to make it to a one.
Even though this month's revenue did drop compared to last March, it's still up compared to March of 2020. You can view the whole state of the community event on our website. That's KOAMnewsnow.com. Checking in with Doug Hetty for a first look at the weather.
Well, it turned out to be a decent day for us today, better than what we've had all week long. Temperatures Not too bad for us today, near 60, 58, 31, average high 63, so 5 degrees below our average high. We had a weak little wave that rotated through, so some clouds, couple little sprinkles, not a big deal. We have clear skies for us right now, but we have another little wave which is building out across parts of Wyoming, so that means more clouds as we head into the weekend, but we are going to see some sunshine. Mid-40s is where we stand. At least the winds have diminished a little bit. We have those northwesterly winds kind of kicking in all day long for us today. 36 by morning, 44 by 9, 54 by noon, near 60 once again for us tomorrow. We're going to look at the rest of the weekend and severe weather chances all coming up here in just a bit.
Catch you then. The Ronald McDonald House in Joplin needs and helps families in need, which leads to a lot of people coming and going. It can be tough for workers there to keep up with all of the cleaning that has to be done. Well, to help, staff members from the KCU Joplin campus stopped by to help clean as part of the school's Health House project.
Ronald McDonald House is about family-centered care, and so that understanding that role that Ronald McDonald House and its programs actually play in the role of medical students is a tremendous asset to us.
This was also a chance for the staff members to learn about the charity and exactly what they do. Neosho High School gave students a chance to practice their interview skills through a new program. New Caps allows students to work with the community to explore career paths. Today, students participated in mock speed interviews with local businesses.
This just has an amazing opportunity to work with them. That way I can help understand what I want to do rather than spend like thousands of dollars in college and just know whenever I get in the get-go and figure out what I want to do.
This is Neosho High School's second year running the New Caps program. Coming up, young people across the globe protest what they call inaction by world leaders to address climate change. Plus, how new antitrust laws in the EU could impact American companies like Facebook and Amazon. The Postal Service is buying more than 10,000 electric vehicles, double what was originally planned. USPS is spending nearly $3 billion to overhaul its delivery fleet. A vast majority of the new trucks will still be gas-powered. The new gas and electric vehicles are expected to be on delivery routes late next year. Major tech companies will likely face strict new antitrust rules in Europe this fall. The European Union has agreed to sweeping changes designed to prevent the largest companies from squashing smaller competitors. The new rules aim to head off digital giants like Apple, Meta, Google, and Amazon from giving preference to their own products over others. Young people worldwide took the streets today to call for action on climate change. Outside the White House, demonstrators demanded President Biden keep his promise of slashing emissions in half. But the protests come as the U.S. and Europe made a major announcement intended to temporarily boost fossil fuel exports. Deborah Alfarone reports from Washington.
From Australia to Europe to the United States, young people across the globe joined a climate strike protest inspired by climate activist Greta Thunberg.
The story about climate change is a story about all of us. Every story has a beginning and an end, and I fear that this story is coming close to an end.
The youth-led group organizing the demonstrations is calling for more action to combat climate change, including measures to keep the global temperature rise below 1.5 degrees Celsius, a goal the United Nations says is in danger.
The 1.5-degree goal is on life support. It is in intensive care.
Protesters outside of the White House here say they want to hold President Biden accountable to his pledge of cutting emissions in half by the year 2030. But his ambitious Build Back Better agenda, which includes $500 billion of climate funding, is stalled in the Senate.
Almost all of the youth here fought really hard to get President Biden elected. We're sick and tired of not seeing any results on climate change.
Friday, President Biden and his European Commission counterpart announced a task force to reduce Europe's reliance on Russian energy. The move has already drawn criticism as the U.S. plans to increase natural gas exports to Europe in the near term.
We're going to have to make sure that families in Europe can get through this winter and the next while we're building an infrastructure for a diversified, resilient, and clean energy future.
Gas prices have shot up. since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The president says the crisis presents an opportunity to shift away from fossil fuels, adding the U.S. and EU will work on ways to reduce demand for natural gas. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, Washington.
The White House says the bipartisan infrastructure law the president signed last year includes more than $65 billion in clean energy initiatives, including a nationwide network of electric and plug-in hybrid vehicle charging stations. Artificial sweeteners will cut calories, but a new study suggests they may not be safe alternatives for sugar. Researchers in France tracked more than 100,000 adults. They found those who consumed larger quantities of artificial sweeteners had a higher risk of cancer. Aspirin may help prevent death from COVID-19. A study at George Washington University found patients hospitalized with moderate infections had a lower risk of dying if they were given aspirin early in their treatment. Researchers say the findings are especially important in parts of the world where more expensive treatments are not an option. A little later, a local high school softball standout signs on to continue her college career.
Plus thunderstorms back in the forecast. We're going to check that out coming up. Well, it's Friday, and it actually turned out to be a pretty good day for us today. Still a lot of clouds kind of rotated through, but in general, much better than what we have seen over the past couple days. It's Friday night, looks good, indigo sky, casino and resort parking lots full, and looks pretty quiet as we go through the overnight hours for us tonight. All right, allergies. Those guys are back. On a scale of 1 to 10, today's a 9, so it's pretty high. Tomorrow's a 7. The main allergies that we are dealing with right now is the juniper, maple, elm, tree allergies. They're going to be high until we get another good widespread rain. All right, temperatures better for us today. Cold start right around freezing. We did warm up, upper 50s to near 60. Now we've backed down into the upper 30s, Iola, and then just about everybody else low to mid 40s. And eventually later on tonight we'll drop back mid 30s for overnight lows. Not as breezy as what we had earlier today. We still have kind of a light westerly wind. 7th, rangeline 45. Pretty much clear skies now. Humidity is at 49%. We had some clouds. We even had some showers upstairs earlier this evening. They weren't really reaching the ground. There were a couple of random sprinkles, but evaporating before they hit the surface. Now we've cleared out. We look fine across the region. You can see this weak little wave kind of passing through. We have another weak little wave, actually a couple. These weak little waves, Montana, Idaho, parts of Wyoming. These are going to give us some clouds over the weekend, but we're also going to get just as much sun as we're going to get clouds as you average out the entire weekend. All right, temps tonight, mid 30s. Watch the clouds increase during the morning hours. Could be a couple sprinkles out there, maybe a quick little shower. It's not a big deal. Clouds start to dissipate during the afternoon. Temperatures not bad. Most of us are going to go near 60. 36 to start, 53 by noon. High temp of 59. Northerly winds light at 5 to 10. Clouds break up tomorrow night and then roll back in. Sunday morning again, maybe a quick little sprinkle. But in general, Sunday looks pretty good. A little bit warmer as we go into lower 60s for highs. Big warm up though, this rolls in on Monday. We shoot through the 70s to near 80 on Tuesday. We need to keep our eyes on Tuesday evening and Tuesday night. Thunderstorms will erupt. There is going to be a severe threat through Oklahoma, eastern, southeastern Kansas, southwestern Missouri. The timing of the system is still 5 days, 4 to 5 days away. So we got to see how this comes in. But we do have a severe threat, some heavy amounts of rain, most likely Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then another small window for some strong to severe thunderstorms Wednesday afternoon. Still several days away, so enjoy the weekend. 59 tomorrow, 63 on Sunday, 78 on Monday, 79 Tuesday. Those thunderstorms Tuesday and Wednesday, and then just good old rain next Friday.
You're talking pollen, you're talking rain, you're talking sun. It is spring in the 4 states.
Definitely spring.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, Frontenac All-State softball player Heather Arnett signs to continue her career at a local university. And Pitt State baseball kicks off a 3-game series against Fort Hays State. Jacob Leonard joins us with the highlights up next.
The Pittsburg State Gorillas are 10-3 in their first 13 MIAA conference games. Now, that 10-3 record has Pitt State tied for second place in the league standings. Now, the Gorillas try to stay hot in Game 1 of a 3-game series with Fort Hays State tonight. Bottom of the first, Corey Siracusa sends it to center, scores Jordan Maxson. The Gorillas get 3 in the inning to go up 3-1. Now, in the second, Garrett McGowan goes to work, bounces it through the right side to score Mason Hartman. Huge day for McGowan. More from him in a second. On the mound, Webb City kid Tanner Lane. He was great. Strikeout there in the third. Another in the fourth. Lane throws 5 innings, allows just 2 hits with 6 strikeouts. Then the offense puts the game out of reach in the fifth. Caden Fowler back up the middle. Cade Clemens comes home. Then with the bases loaded, I said we were going to have more Garrett McGowan. There he is. 2 guys score on that. 4 hits, 6 RBIs tonight for McGowan. Gorillas hammer Hays 14-1. Missouri Southern baseball also in action tonight. They're on the road kicking off a series against Emporia State. Southern wins that one 6-2. Cole Robinson goes 2 for 5 with 2 doubles and 3 RBIs. Game 2 of the series will be tomorrow afternoon at 2 p.m. One of the best local high school softball players in the area signs today to continue her career at a local college. Frontenac's Heather Arnett signs this afternoon to join the softball program at Pittsburg State. Arnett is a 2-time All-State player for Frontenac. She'll play middle infield for the Gorillas. Last season as a junior, Arnett hit for a .530 average with 6 doubles, 4 triples, and 2 home runs. She also stole 53 bases. Now here she is on joining Jenny Fuller and the Gorillas next season.
Pittsburg State just felt like home, you know, like I visited a few other schools and there's just nothing like it. I love the Fullers. They're great people. I mean, this is their first year and they've already done great things for the program. I mean, they're having an amazing season right now and I'm just really excited to be a part of that program with them as my coaches. I just love my family and I love for them to be there and watch me play, doing something I love.
Staying with softball, the Columbus Titans open the season tonight on the other side of the Missouri state line. The Titans hit the field in Joplin against the College Heights Cougars. That's also the first game of the season for the Cougars, who are coming off a district title and state quarterfinal appearance. Columbus jumps out to an early 4-0 lead, then Katie Simpson finds grass in center field. She'll get to second on that. Lily Mooney brings her in. 5-0 Columbus in the second inning. Now next inning, Tori Tedlock puts it through the left side. 2 Titans come across the plate on that. In the fourth, Cougars get on the board. Maddie Collin back up the middle. Jaylee Johnson scores, but Columbus goes right back to work in the sixth. Gracie Major, ground ball up the middle. Titans score another. Columbus rolls to a dominant season opening win, 11-1. In Girard, the Trojans aiming for a 2-0 start at home against Fort Scott tonight. Girard wasted no time. In the first, Bailey Troike puts it in the gap in right center. 2-run double for Troike. Trojans actually go on to score 7 runs in the first. To the second inning now, Girard adds to their lead. Pitch goes a little wide. Riley Brooks cruises on in from third. Trojans up 11-zip at that point. It wasn't all bad for Fort Scott today, though. Here in the fourth, Lainey Krokrosky goes opposite field. Runners don't know yet, but it's a homer. 3-run jack. Tigers on the board, but Girard would finish it off tonight 14-3. Finally, NCAA tournament action tonight. Kansas Jayhawks face Providence in the Sweet 16. Kansas wins that one 66-61. Remy Martin, big night, 23 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. Now with this win, the Jayhawks now have the most wins in college basketball history with 2,354. And that's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Max Lambeth served in the U.S. Army from 1944 to 1946. His hometown, Sarcoxie, Missouri. And we are proud to salute Staff Sergeant Max Lambeth, a 4-state hero. You know, you can learn about lots of other heroes, thousands of them from all across this area. You can also submit a hero of your own anytime, and it's very simple to do. Just click on the link on our website. You know what that is, KOAMnewsnow.com. A symbol of the birth of 4-state television is about to disappear. This old film footage shows the construction of the very first television tower in the 4-state area 69 years ago. The construction in 1953 was so remarkable, people got out of their cars along Highway 69 just to watch. Finally, in December of that year, tens of thousands of people gained access to local TV for the first time ever, when the signal broadcast from the top of this 500-foot tower reached parts of 4 states: Kansas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Missouri. KOAM TV was born. In 1961, the station built another tower right next to this one, twice the height, that could send the signal even farther. But this old tower has remained, serving mostly as a backup tower for decades. Well, now it's no longer needed. It'll be coming down in the coming days, possibly starting as soon as Monday. And in the coming months, the taller tower next to it's going to get a bit of a makeover. It'll soon carry an even more powerful transmitter, providing a stronger signal into your home from KOAM TV and Fox 14. You can learn more about that at KOAMnewsnow.com as a bit of local TV history is dismantled and we build toward the future. And I've already told our engineer, Bill Vickery, that when that tower comes down, I want just a bolt, just some souvenir from this little bit of TV history. I'm sure there'll be plenty of bolts to go along.
It's a super cool idea. Cool thing to have, though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bolts in that tower.
There is. It's a lot of tower.
Yeah.
But soon to be no more.
It's true.
The weather.
Looks pretty good in general over the weekend. 59 tomorrow, 63 on Sunday. We are going to have partly sunny skies. Big warm up early next week. Thunderstorms late Tuesday.
Final sports note.
We told you Pitt State first baseman Garrett McGowan. Huge night, 6 RBIs. He now leads the MIAA in RBIs with 44 so far.
Very good. Thanks for staying up so late with us, and let's make it a great weekend.